Selling products merch filled on Amazon was the key to me making over $50,000 profit my first holiday season. And in this video, I'm gonna give you a full step-by-step merch filled product research tutorial so you can find a ton of winning products fast. Let's get right into it. So selling products merch fulfilled is different than selling products on Amazon FBA. Selling products Amazon FBA, you ship the products off in bulk to the Amazon warehouse and they handle the rest, all the customer service, individual fulfillment, picking, packing, and shipping. However, when you merch fulfill a product, you ship it directly to the customer individually, which typically really only makes sense during compressed times of really high demand, like back to school season in July and August, and Q4 in October, November, and December, like we're in right now. Merch Fulfilled lets you test products a lot lighter. You don't have to buy a full box worth. It also lets you learn quicker and restock quicker. And there's a couple things you need to know for Merch Fulfilled sourcing. So make sure you watch this entire video and let me know any questions in the comments. I do want to note, though, you can do FBM and FBA at the same time on the same account, even on the same specific product. So don't see it as a one thing or the other type of thing. All right, guys, so we're here inside my screen, and I want to show you guys an example of a winning product and how the numbers actually break down for merch filled, and then we're going to dive into how we can actually find a lot of additional merch filled products from here. So taking a look at this item right here, we can initially see that the buy box on this item is about $49 right here. So the buy box is the white box over here, which is basically where you want to be as a seller as much as possible to get as many sales as possible. That's where the majority of the sales go on Amazon. Now, a lot of beginners think you need a ton of complicated and expensive software to do this. All you need to do this, guys, is SellerAmp, which is $20 per month, and Keepa, which is $20 per month. I have full tutorials on my channel you can watch after this as well, but we can see here, this is going for $49 in the buy box on Amazon, right? And then I can see over here on SellerAmp, which is the profit calculator, our max cost in order to be profitable on this item is $24.02. We can see over on the Gap Factory website, this same hoodie is going for about $24.99 right here. So if we go ahead and plug in $24.99 here, we can see we can have about $6 profit per sale and a 24% ROI. Now, as a beginner, you want to make sure you're getting $3 plus profit per sale and a 30% plus return on investment. So this is not quite there because it doesn't hit the ROI, return on investment criteria. However, I can see over here on Cardbear, if I type in Gap, I can actually get pretty good discounted gift cards here to the tune of 10+%. So discounted gift cards are a hack to lower your buy cost and create and basically manufacture more profit margin in the items you're taking a look at. Because if you buy an $100 gift card for $90, you save 10% and you lower your buy costs, and that gives you an edge and makes products more profitable than your competition. So say we go ahead here and take off 10% from this, for example, right? You can literally just do math within SellerAmp here. We can see this makes this item even better, right? It goes from close to good, right? And that's the name of the game. And the cool thing is SellerAmp actually takes into account shipping, fees, sales tax, literally everything, guys, here. So we can see all of this is already factored in on the SellerAmp calculator, and it just saves you a ton of time. Now, I know you might be thinking, okay, this has the private label alert on SellerAmp. However, private label alert just pops up when it's low competition. We can see there's only 2 sellers on this listing. Right here, we can take a look at their names. Neither of them are the brand, so we know this is not private label, specifically right here. Now, where a lot of beginners go wrong is they think to get the correct merch filled numbers here, you have to just subtract merch filled shipping from this profit number. That's actually not true whatsoever. What you want to do instead is actually scroll down here on SellerAmp and see where it says fulfillment type on the profit calculator here. We just want to toggle this over to FBM. So now we can actually get the correct FBM numbers here. Because when you FBA, you pay FBA fees, but you don't pay individual shipping. But when you FBM, you don't pay FBA fees, but you do pay individual shipping. So now we have to go ahead and plug in something for the FBM cost right here. So what I'm initially going to do to figure that out is I'm going to scroll up here to the quick info on SellerAmp, and I'm going to look at the weight. I can see this weighs 16 ounces here, right? And then I actually put together a free FBM shipping guide for you guys here that's on this website I made, howtofbm.com. It's completely free. It's a Google Doc right here, and it has the general guidelines for FBM shipping relative to weight. So I'd recommend going to howtofbm.com. You can, print this out, for example, and go ahead and plug this in. I can see this weighs about 16 ounces, right? 15 ounces, under 1 pound, right? So if we plug in $6 for shipping here, we can see that leaves a 49% ROI, right? But if we toggle over to FBA, that leaves a 39% ROI. So items that are above 20 bucks but below 1 pound tend to be really nice for merch filled. So you want to keep that in mind, and that some items are significantly more profitable for merch filled than FBA, but you don't know until you see it, right? Also, I do want to make it clear, guys, not every item is going to be FBM friendly. However, if you can see other sellers FBMing a product, I can see in the buy box here, this is an FBM seller. That's a very good sign as well. And then you also want to utilize what's called the Keepa buy box statistics down here on the Keepa chart, the Keepa Chrome extension, the other Chrome extension you want to have locked and loaded for this, that I can see just by going to data and then buy box statistics right here. And I can see if there's any sellers getting sales that are not FBA. And we see in this case, this seller's got 65% of the buy box share. They do not have the FBA check mark, so they're an FBM seller. Same thing with 11% here and 3% right here. You just want to make sure you see 20% plus or more of the buy box share going FBM. Or if it's a listing that does not have a buy box, it's pretty much automatically FBM friendly right there as well. But the big thing, guys, is making sure that you're utilizing the SellerAmp FBM calculator, which once again, guys, is found by scrolling down here and toggling over to FBM, then actually going ahead and plugging in the merch filled cost right here as well. But how do we actually find more merch filled products from here? I'm getting the questions all the time in my live streams and the comments of my videos. I can't find products for Q4, right? And the best way to find products to actually go ahead and source is take a look at what other people are selling, rather than what most people think is the best way to do it, which is going to random websites and look through their clearance sections, which is called manual sourcing, which is very profitable, but is pretty hard when you're a beginner. What makes a lot more sense to do is take a look at the winning products I take a look at in my videos, and then going ahead and storefront stalking those sellers that you can see merch fulfilling those listings to find other listings that are also merch filled friendly as well. If you guys love this merch filled source tutorial and want personalized one-on-one help directly from me scaling up your Amazon business, now's the perfect time to apply for my coaching program at the link in the description. Go ahead and click the link in the description. You go ahead and see some of the other people we've helped sell on Amazon as well. Put in your information. We can see if it makes sense, and I would love to help. We'll pop up a bunch of student results here on the screen as well. So take a look at those. Take a look at the coaching program application link in the description. I'd love to help you personally one-on-one. Back to the FBM source tutorial, right? So the way I'm going to do that, guys, is I'm going to rock and roll down here to the list of sellers on SellerAmp here, right? And now I can see this seller's got 1,300 reviews. We know they're making money, right? This seller's got 8 reviews. We know they're making money, for example, right here, right? And now we can go ahead and take a look inside their storefront and see all their favorite brands here, right? Their favorite categories here as well, right? And then what I can also do, guys, is scroll through their top listings here that have the lowest sales rank, aka that sell the quickest, and go ahead and make sure right here that I can see merch fulfilled sellers selling these listings right here, right? So personally, the way I like to do it when I'm going ahead and sourcing is I'll go ahead and filter to brands, that I've sold before, or brands that I know I can get ungated in, which is basically anything you see other people selling that you can apply for on Seller Central. I have a full ungating tutorial on my channel as well. But say, we take a look at like Greg Norman, for example, I'm actually not super familiar with right here, but initially clicking into it, I can see, okay, 132K sales rank, I know that does well, right? 117K sales rank, I know that does well, right? So you want to take a look at listings that are below like a 200,000 sales rank for the most part, right? The lower the sales rank, the better, because you want to buy stuff that actually sells here, right? So we can see 132K rank, I'll go ahead and open that up, right? 117K rank, go ahead and open that up, for example, here. 148K rank, and go ahead and take a look at that as well. We can see getting a little high sales rank rise. Now a little deeper into the storefront here, right? But all you want to do, guys, is open up listings you can see people making money on, right? Which is a good sales rank here that you can also see people merch fulfilling, right? So for example, we can see merch filled action going down right here, right? So we can open up those as well. And bonus points if it's a listing that is very, very light, but above 20 bucks, because you're going to tend to get extra output there as well. So for example, we can see like, 2K rank right there. We can take a look at those. 23K rank, we can take a look at those here, right? And all you need to do, guys, is just take a look at what these sellers are carrying, right? And then go ahead and open up their listings that you can see people merch filling on. For example, in this case, there's no one merch filling on that, so it's probably not going to be merch filled friendly, but we can see this one we take a look at here as well. And now we can just hit the ground running, guys, going ahead and opening up these listings and saying, hey, okay, what are people making money on, right? And we'll go ahead and see, what all they got, for example, right here. So we can see, right, this listing here, right? We can see what are these guys going for. So this is a navy extra large here. Let's see. So navy extra large here, right? So we can see, 51, but it's really 51 plus 6 shipping, right? So if we go ahead here, we want to add that in, right? See, so it's really 58.44, right? For example, now, does this listing actually sell, right? And I can see, boom, it does. There's a good sales rank here, which I can see on SellerAmp, and there's good offer count movement here as well. So now I just need to Google this proc just by hitting the Google button on SellerAmp, which is right here, right? And then see what websites carry this proc. And then if the numbers make sense, and that's what we want to do, guys, just listing by listing, want to go ahead and say, okay, I find good listings by Storefront stalking. I Google those procs, see what websites carry them, right? And then I see if the numbers make sense, plug it in on the merch field calculator. So if we go ahead and Google these right here, we can see. Okay, so let's see. This is called Greg Norman here. Okay, so that's not the right thing. Okay, Greg Norman performance quarter zip. Always want to make sure it matches here. Okay, cool. Greg Norman performance quarter zip here. So let's take a look, right? So we can see. Okay, so this is right here. Do they have the navy color? Okay, so we can see here, right? 24.99 here, right? We can see Sam's Club. Sometimes like places like Sam's Club and Costco, you might need the membership, but it's super, super worth it. For example, here we can see, plugging that in, I believe it showed at, 24.98, for example, right? So 24.98 here, we can see. So this is very, very profitable. And I know that it's merch filled friendly because I can see there's only 3 sellers on listing and they're all merch filled. This is the offer summary on SellerAmp, which you can toggle on in your SellerAmp settings right there as well, which is really helpful too, right? Now we can see FBA, it's $16 profit and a 60% ROI. But remember, guys, I need to take a look at the FBM numbers as well. So we can see here, taking a look at that. It says it only weighs 0.61 ounces, but I don't believe that. I think it's going to end up shipping for like $5.50 or $6 here. And we can see right here, a little bit more profitable merch filled. And that's the name of the game, guys. And we can see that's an example of a profitable product. And there might also be other good sizes and colors on this. So what I'm going to do to identify if that's the case is I'm going to go here and hit variations, right? And see if there's any listings that have good offer count movement here as well, right? So I see I'm looking here, take a look at here, see if there's any ones with good offer count movement. Yeah, we can see these navy ones definitely looking good right there as well. So it really looks like it's these guys. We can see good offer count movement on that. Decent offer count movement here, right? Offer count movement is how you really gauge, how well a specific variation is selling, because the sales rank is for the entire listing. Meanwhile, the keep a chart is for each individual variation. So I like looking at the offer count movement specifically right here. We can see that's rare to be 1 for 1 right off the bat, but we can see that's a good item here. Right, so we can see, first off, we want to go here to variations and see which are selling quickest. These probably are from Sam's Club as well. And that's the nice thing is all you need to do to figure out where a product comes from is just Google it, right? And then you can see, and then you just need to see if the numbers make sense and if there's any additional coupons or discounted gift cards, etc. Then you plug in the merch fill numbers right here. So we can see. So these are all blocky here. See, do any of these guys make sense? Sometimes I'll filter by reviews as well. Yeah, we can see 55 here, these polos here. Let's see. So yeah, okay, it might have been that same seller here. So let's see. So 50 plus 0.64 delivery here. You do want to do free shipping for FBM. Some people don't, though. I definitely recommend doing that here. Let's go ahead and plug this in. Let's see. So men's fashion here. Greg Norman. Okay, we want the one with the logo, though. Okay, yeah, 35. That's not going to work here. Let's see. TW here. Let's see. Okay, so it does not look like we will find these. No problem here. Okay, let's keep moving. On to the next one here. Let's see. These golf shorts. Okay, so this is the exact example of something that does not sell much. It's a very, very blocky offer count, so I definitely want to avoid that here. Take a look at the variations, though, and see if any of these guys do sell quick right here and have good offer count movement, in which case it would make sense to go ahead and clean up on these guys. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, 40, right? So, yeah, most likely going to pass on these, just not enough offer count movement. No problem here. Let's see. Ooh, okay, so this is an example of something that totally sells here, right? I mean, see, this is going for like 116. For example, here, Polo Ralph Lauren, long sleeve Oxford button-down shirt. Let's see. Polo Ralph Lauren, long sleeve Oxford shirt here. Let's see. So this is 87.5. So if we go ahead and plug in 87.5, we can see we would make about negative 2% ROI. So that is absolutely not the type of stuff I want to sell. On that, was this anywhere else here? Let's see, 70 here. Let's see. Yeah, so not quite sure. So that's the same thing. Nope. Okay. No problem, right? And you can see, disqualifying losers is just as important as finding winners. For example, here, we can see 65 here, crew neck long sleeve tee. Ooh, okay. I was going to say big boy. Oh, okay. So if this was men's, this would cook here. Let's see. Yeah, polar out front 50, right? We got to figure out this. There's got to be some sort of specific coupon here. Let's see. Take a look at this. $50 here. Okay, they want us to join the newsletter. They ain't even got a coupon for us, so we're not going to worry about that. No problem here. Let's see these Nautica quarter zips. Right here, I believe Nautica is one of the brands that currently requires 100 units. Not a big deal though. Right here, let's go ahead and see what has good offer count movement. Aha, yeah, look at this, guys. We can see like that's good offer count movement, right? So is this right here as well. So 48, right? Can we find this for $20 or less, for example? Let's find out. Right, so we plug this in on Google. Yeah, here we go. So we can see that's probably the same guy right there as well. $24.99. Yeah, literally, look at that. Right, so 24.99 here. Right, and we can see so already pretty close. Right, Nautica. I know they have this spin to win here. Right, we can get 15% off. For example, right here, boom, just gives you 15% each time. We can go ahead and loop that just using what's called a catch-all email. Right, so we go ahead and take off 15% from this, minus 15%. Not bad. And I can toss on a discounted gift card as well. And we can see Nautica, pretty significant here, right? We can see GCX 16% off, right? So obviously those vary in gift card size. Say we can get at least 10% off, for example, right here. We can see not bad whatsoever. And we can also see this is a perfect listing for merch filled with the breakdown of the weight and that it's 15.8 ounces here, right? So just barely below 1 pound. So if we go ahead and plug in FBA, right, we can see it's about 48% ROI, but FBM, right, it's about 54% ROI, and that's the name of the game. We get an extra 6% out of that thing doing merch filled compared to doing FBA right there. I believe the one size was out of stock though here, so this would be the kind of thing I would definitely want to add to an out of stock spreadsheet in SellerAmp as well. So I can rock and roll over here and filter this to out of stock as well. When you're actually listing products merch filled, I recommend just doing it in Boxem. It's so much easier listing on Boxem. You can try Boxem completely free for 2 weeks as well. Just match the buy box price to start. But as stuff does better for you, especially during Q4, test higher prices as well. Right, but we can see. Yes, we can see it's totally profitable here. Let's see what else we're missing here. Variations, looking for good offer count movement as well. Let's take a look. All right, so let's see. Take a look here. Missing anything? Damn, yeah, take a look at these black ones, right? Offer count trending way down, offer count trending way down here. Let's see, they have these black ones here. Okay, it does not look like it, unfortunately. Next listing up here. So all we're doing, right? Order of operations. Locate good listings, right? Locate where those listings are coming from by Googling them, taking a look at what websites carry them, what discounts exist, and then just making sure we can actually go ahead and plug in and make money on those listings here as well. Let's see. Yeah, very, very blocky. I'm kind of surprised these don't move better. Right here, we can see super blocky offer counts. Not going to worry about those guys right here as well. Let's see super blocky here as well. And then we obviously got to plug in the FBM numbers on SellerAmp as well. It's a big mistake people make is not dialing in and taking a look at that stuff right there, guys, as well. Let's see. We got any good offer count movements here? Yes, so not really either here as well. All right, let's see these women's ones here. Let's see. So first order business, take a look at the variations. See what variations make the most sense here. Let's see. Let's find some winners here. Boom. Yeah, here we go. 54. Like this can work. Yeah, look at that. Right, we can see some good movement on those here as well. Now, this doesn't have a buy box here, which a lot of beginners are afraid of. Do not automatically avoid stuff that does not have a buy box. There can totally be money in that kind of stuff here. So let's see. 54. For example, right here, so we can see super back-ordered FBA buy box here. So I know for a fact this is going to be FBM friendly. It's just one seller on this here. Let's see. Yeah, $20 here. This is perfect. Here we go. Right, so we can see $20 right here. Right, not even counting any sort of discounted gift card too. I believe on Gap there's at least 10% off. We can see FBA $18 profit per sale, 100% ROI. But let's take a look at the FBM numbers as well here, guys. Too. Right, so we rock and roll down here. Right, we plug in $6 for FBM shipping. We can see FBA 104% ROI, FBM 110% ROI, and that's the name of the game with this stuff, guys. And we can see here, right? So we can see that was cool. Right, we can take a look at these as well. Right, medium here 54, also good. Right, size small. Literally no sellers on this, so we know for a fact this is going to be FBM friendly too. As well, so we can see that's cool, right? And we can see extra small as well. Boom, same thing, where it's literally out of stock. If it's out of stock, you take a look at the sales history and price it higher, We can see this is gone for $50. So we know we could price it at like 60, for example, here. So that is nice and profitable right there. And that is exactly the type of stuff you want to be FBMing, especially this time of year because it's winter, right? Winter themed stuff selling better than it ever is, right? So we can see, so that was cool. Right about this chino color. Let's see. Let's take a look at this chino color here. Let's see. Tan chino here. Let's see. Is there like a normal? Right. So yeah, boom. Here we go. Right. So we can see. So yeah, 24.99 here. Right, and we can see we want to take off that discounted gift card as well. Right, and we see a lot of these say private label just due to being low competition. For example, right here, when we take a look at the dimensions, boom, right under 1 pound, perfect. Right there. For FBM shipping, I like using poly mailers in 9x12 and 12x15 that you can just get on Amazon. Gray one's nice and easy right there. So now we want to rock and roll down here. Plug in those FBM numbers here. Plug in 6 right there. We can see that's a good item right there, y'all. And we can see that makes money here, right? And we can see here, boom, this has made money for a while, right? We take a look at that, right? 54 here, right? This might even be a seller charging shipping, FBM as well. We can see, boom, there we go, right? So it's not even 54, it's 54 plus $6 shipping as well. So it's even more like 60, for example, right there. So that's the exact type of stuff you want to be FBM in this time of year, guys, as well. Let's see. Take a look here. Variations, we can get some more listings open too as well. Let's see. We take a look at those. Black hoodies right here as well, right? What other brands we got? Boom, Columbia we can take a look at here too, as well. Take a look at those guys here. Yeah, Mountain Vest here too. Polo Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger, US Polo, Kipling I'm not really familiar with here, but people make money on that too as well, as we can see here clearly. FBM as well, very FBM friendly, right? So we can take a look at this here. Let's see. It's these, yeah, wow, okay, interesting. So we can see here, right? These are going for like 60, but we can see when there was a buy box, more like 42, right? Not that there needs to be a buy box, but just more so the idea that recently it was lower right there. We can see here, yeah, 29, same deal right there. We can see, yeah, Stone though here, right? Yeah, 53, like this could make sense here. 55 here, for example. Let's take a look at that here, right? So 55, we can also see very back ordered FBA buy box. So we know we'd be able to FBM this here, right? So we take a look at these guys here. Let's see, Delrose, yeah, 29 here, right? So this one's going to be close. Right here. So yeah, 29 minus gift card here. So let's see, we'd be at like 27, right? And then we remember, guys, we want to run those FBM numbers as well. Right? We take a look here, boom, take off $6, for example, right there. And we can see, boom, yeah, FBA 34% ROI, FBM 41% ROI. Name of the game right there too. Also get some credit card cash back, some rewards potentially too. Rakuten cash back as well. Using the Rakuten extension here. Let's see. We can take a look at some Columbia stuff as well. Let's see. Let's hit the variations here and see what we got. Right. So we can see there's always some good Columbia listings here as well. Right. So we want to take a look here. Okay, what's got good offer count? Right. We can see this does here. Yeah, 57 here. Right. Spice. Let's see, 57 here. Right. So let's take a look right here. You can see this vest vibe right here. This is exactly the type of stuff that makes sense for Q4. This probably is under 1 pound, but above $20 as well, right there. We can see, yeah, right, 12 ounces. It's a, $55 product here at 46 plus 8, $54 product right there, right? So we want to plug this in here, right? Boom. Okay, game time. Here we go. So Belk, right now, it's like, okay, they're at 30, right? So let's see if these make sense here, right? So at 30, right, I do want to duplicate this listing as well because I could see there was another one that also made sense here, and I believe it was the spice color. Let's see if we go down here, boom, variations, right? This is the name of the game of product research, y'all. So we can see here, right? Where'd that spice one go? All right, let's take a look down here. Boom, yeah, here we go. Spice at 51, 2XL here. Let's see. Spice, yeah, here we go. So we're here at 28, right? So at 28 here, right? Yeah, so we can see right there. So we can see like, yeah, 51 here. Right, so at 28 right here, we can see we're profitable. Now, this would be risky because like 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago here, Amazon wasn't stocked, but this is the kind of thing where it's a little bit more of a temporary market for the Q4 rush with Christmas and everything. So I would be comfortable grabbing something like this when Amazon's been out of stock for 2 weeks during Q4. However, this were during Q4, not during a huge demand spike. This wouldn't make sense, for example, here. But what I'd also want to do in this case is figure out if Macy's takes tax exempt, literally just Googling it and looking at what their website says, right? And also plugging in discounted gift cards here. Macy's, we should be able to get at least like 7%, for example, right there. So that gets even better right there too here. Right, and we can see these vests here, Elderberry, seller charging shipping here too. Yes, we can see so plus 8 right? So it's not 46.42, it's 46.42 plus $7.99 here, right? And then we go ahead and plug in, 30 bucks, for example, here. And this is pretty close, right? And this is after sales tax, shipping, etc. here. But remember, guys, we got to plug in those FBM numbers here. So we'd see FBA right here, it's about a 15% ROI. But FBM here, it gets even better. Now, look up, does Belk take tax exempt here, right? And we'd see Belk allows resellers or tax exempt entities to place orders without sales tax. Boom, right? So we can see, I believe I have 5% sales tax loaded up here. So we take off 5%. Boom, even better, right? And I want to take a look at if there's discounted gift cards as well, too. So we can see, yeah, Belk right here. Yes, we can see, say we get like 5% off, for example, right here as well. You can even see Cardware's got like a keep a chart for the gift cards as well. So we take off, 10% from this for gift cards here as well, right? We can see this listing gets even better, for example, right there too. And so we can see, so this is the name of the game with merch-filled product research, guys, and is absolutely the way it's done. All we're doing is saying, hey, okay, you've seen a bunch of examples of merch-filled friendly winning products in this video, and then it's Storefront stalking from there, finding their other winning products, figuring out what websites carry those products just by Googling them, and then using the coupons, discounted gift cards, tax exempt, leveraging cash back, taking advantage of rewards programs, and everything like that to make those listings good. Now let's take a look inside Boxem and talk through listing merch-filled products as well. All right, guys, so now we're here inside Boxem. We're going to take a look at what it looks like to actually list a product merch-filled at Boxem. It's super easy. It's significantly easier than Amazon Seller Essential, so I want to show you guys step by step real quick. To list FBM, just go here to inventory and then list FBM. Boxem actually syncs with your Amazon seller account. And now we can see the search page right here. I can just go ahead and plug in an ASIN, lightning quick. Then I want to go ahead and hit new SKU, for example, right here. And then what I want to do is go to offers, and I just want to go to figure out where the buy box is, and then boom, just set this price. For example, right here. Now I can put in my buy cost right here as well. Say I paid 85 bucks for this. Then I want to go ahead and put in the quantity I have here, shipping template right there. Nice and easy. Supplier, say we pick this up from Rack Room right here, so you can keep your supplier organized. Our supplier profitability page we're releasing soon, which I'm so excited to share with you guys as well. Date purchased here, boom. You can actually list multiple products in the same batch here as well. Nice and easy right there. And we can see, boom, condition, SKU right there as well. And then we just want to go ahead and add listing, and then we can do other listings, for example, in here too. We can see our batch right there as well. Boom, nice and easy. We can do new SKUs. You can restock existing SKUs as well. Then all you need to do to finish that up is go here to submit listing. And then a couple minutes later, they will be live in your seller account, ready to print some merch filled money on Amazon. Hope this video was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, please make sure to let me know down below in the comments. Try Boxem out completely free for 2 weeks and apply for my coaching program if you're interested in personalized one-on-one help. My free course right here will show you a ton of additional free game. Let's crush the rest of Q4 and 2025 as a whole. See you guys in the next one.